Good evening, Lake Orion. It is me, the Grim Reaper, serving you a good dose of Between Taorminas.
Oh, Between Taorminas, here we are. Yes, I'm Ian Witherspoon. Welcome. Thank you. Boys are here, of course. You saw Sam. We got some good topics today. One that you, I'm sure, are very satisfied about. And the rest of normal humanity is not as pleased. But that is the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to talk about them first. Their likely playoff exit. We got some Tigers baseball, and the NFL schedule's released, so we're gonna touch on that. All right, so boys, let's get started. What do you got to say? Go for it.
Pecorine is the key to this series. I said it before, I said it again. Pecorine has dominated a bunch of old veterans so far. And right now, Detroit's playing stale. They're old. And right now, Jimmy Howard is what I thought that he was. Overrated.
We are planning a funeral on Friday.
Time out. Can you guarantee the Wings will lose this series?
Yes.
Look in the camera. Guarantee the Red Wings will lose this series.
Detroit will lose the series.
All right. We'll see what happens. Ant, go for it.
It's time to plan a funeral on Friday. Who knew? The Detroit Red Wings. The Red Wings. Again, playoff exit in the first round. Then again, Game 5, the Red Wings do have a history of playing well in Game 5. If you look at how they've played, if you look at how, if you looked at Game 4, they manhandled. They manhandled Nashville. It seems like whenever the Wings outshoot the Predators, it seems like Nashville wins.
Pecorine is basically own the series. Detroit can't figure him out. That's the reason why Nashville is going to win the series, because Detroit has not been able to figure out Pecorine. And if you see it right now, and you see Shea Weber's benefiting from it, especially him, because he right now is the most hated player in Detroit right now.
I will agree with you. I just think that the Red Wings, obviously that's why Nashville's winning it, is because of the goalie. The goalie that Nashville has is producing, and he's saving great shots. He's doing extremely well, and he's stopping great shots. The shot selection the Red Wings have aren't bad.
Their shot selection is bad. Their shot selection is bad. You look at it from this perspective here. Pecorine, he's 6'5". If you basically see the shots that they're getting.
The shot selection was good. The shot selection they've had is good.
No, it's not.
Well, what can they do to improve their shot selection?
They got to create more traffic. They got to screen Rene. Rene is 6'5". You see, if Pecorine is screened, he's going to see every single shot because of his height and his size.
So how do you propose going low, going high?
You're going to have to go high. You're going to have to outplay him. He's very athletic.
So who do you put in front of the net then to beat somebody that's 6'5"?
Not Holmstrom.
What do you think, Franzen?
Maybe Franzen.
That Packnell? Give me a break.
Packnell.
Give me a break.
Right now they've had Hoodler and Holmstrom out front. You know what I mean? That's not going to get it done.
No.
They're both kind of small.
And they're going to be desperate on Friday night.
I think when a team faces elimination, you play loose, you have nothing to lose, but you also, it could be that last stand.
So you think the key to the Wings winning a game, let alone anything in the series, is getting traffic out front?
Stay out of the box. I don't think Detroit's done a good job with that.
You really think the officials have been kind of screwing the Wings this series?
I think they've been pretty whistle happy with both teams, quite honestly. I'm not going to.
What did you think about that Gary Bettman thing on Game 1? That's why the Wings lost, was because of stupid idiot Gary Bettman.
You a Wings fan now?
I'm just stating like it is.
Well, that's a good point. I think you're a Wings fan, too.
No.
I'm just calling it like it is.
Nope.
All right, Ant, what do you think a key to a Wings victory here is on tonight, actually?
Play loose. Nothing to lose. You're fine. The thing is, the pressure's on Nashville to close out the series.
Okay.
Nashville is going to be known as Smashville after Game 5.
Well, he already guaranteed it. You guaranteed it.
Guaranteed.
And I'm kind of happy about you guaranteeing it.
Why is it?
Well, your history of guarantees in this program have not been, shall we say, accurate.
Nashville is going to win this series, whether you like it or
not. I agree, but stranger things have happened.
I am planning a funeral. I am planning one.
Well, you look like you're going to a funeral.
I'm planning a hockey funeral. It will be the series. The question is it Game 5?
All right.
Rest in peace, Detroit.
All right. Any other NHL topics you want to hit on here while we have a few minutes?
Pittsburgh's done. I love the Pittsburgh-Philly series. Fight night. Vancouver's going to be done tonight.
Is that surprising to you or what?
No, it's not. LA's a really good team. LA's a really good team. They had Carter. They're a dangerous team right now.
Pray for Marion Hossa.
Pray
for Marion
He's out of
Hossa.
hospital. I'm not praying for him. You think in the LA series a lot of it has to do with their goaltending?
Yeah, Jonathan Quick's a very good goalie.
I think he's kind of stolen the whole series there, in my opinion.
Good for LA.
All right, so final thoughts. We good to move on? Go to a commercial break. Come back. We'll talk a little Tigers baseball here on Between Taorminas.
On Owen.
Can ON TV really change the way you see Orion? Can a community hold a talent show to raise mental health awareness?
ONTV, a part of Orion's history since 1986. Video classes are now enrolling. Call 248-693-3377 to reserve your seat today. A service of Orion Neighborhood Television. This is you, and this is your community. You have a great idea, but how do you get that idea to your community? ONTV has your answer. You see, ONTV is a part of your community. We help you get your idea on cable, so everyone you know will learn about your great idea. So, what are you waiting for? Get your idea on cable and into your community. Get your idea on TV.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas. Got to get the red lights fixed on these things. Boys, Wings are done, yada, yada, yada. We have another Detroit team, another Illich team that's looking pretty good, and that is the Motor City Kitties.
Gotta love that Tiger logo.
You know, the Kansas City series went well. We got a big series against the Rangers.
Texas put up 18 runs on Boston.
6
home runs, but they had to see some guy named Verlander on them. I believe Saturday.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you look at the Tigers. I mean, this is why the AL Central, it's the Tigers and everybody else. It's starting to show itself. Cabrera and Field are starting to get it. Justin Verlander, I can't say anything more. 131 pitches. Final strikeout, 100 miles per hour? Are you kidding me? I mean, heck, Justin Verlander is the Grim Reaper of the Detroit Tigers.
Justin Verlander is the best pitcher in the game right now, and he has been for the last. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got the loss against Tampa Bay. You know what he did? He blamed it on himself, and he performed well. He got a complete game. Good for him. Very good for the Tigers. I think that the Texas series is huge. It's just like Boston I mentioned last week. How it's a critical series for the Tigers. Same thing for Texas.
Yeah.
Texas is a better team than Boston.
Yeah, but if you look at same environment for the Tigers, I think it's critical that the Tigers go early. It's a really big message under Texas. Eliminated the Tigers in the ALCS last year. Tigers looking for payback. Tigers got Prince.
What do you see as a key to the Tigers winning, maybe at least splitting, maybe taking 3 games from the Rangers here? What's the key to that?
Got to shut down Texas hitting. I mean, like, you basically, the key is for the Tigers, make sure your starters have to go at least 7-8 innings, because I'll tell you what right now, Texas's bullpen, Texas as a hitting team, they're going to try to get to your bullpen early. If you let them do that, you're basically asking yourself for disaster.
I think that Cabrera and Fielder got to continue hitting. Notice something positive in the Kansas City series. Your boy Brandon Inge hit a 2-run homer. That would be nice if he produced. But anyways, Cabrera's got to produce. Fielder's got to produce. You look at everyone on the Tigers offensively has got to produce in the series like this, because with Texas is an offensive hitting team, and Texas is basically, with the exception of the Tigers, probably the most complete team in baseball.
They are the most complete team in baseball. You got to look at it with this. You got Joe Nathan in 9th. You got Ogando in the 7th.
He's been a Tigers killer.
Mike
Adams in the 8th. You know what I mean? That's a nightmare waiting to happen. That's why the Tigers lost to Texas last year, was because of those 3 in the bullpen. But I think Mike Adams is vulnerable out of the 3, and Joe Nathan as well, because the Tigers can get to those 2 guys.
You know what I think's a vulnerable issue for the Rangers? Their starting rotation. How do you feel about their
I don't trust Jarvis at all. I know
Colby Lewis. Come on.
Colby Lewis. No, I mean, like, you got to go at least. If you can get at least 8 runs on him. You know what I mean?
Well,
the key is you got to shut down Texas hitters, especially Josh Hamilton, Nelson Cruz, Elvis Andrews,
Ian Kinsler.
I mean, like, and Michael Young. I mean, like, oh my God. I mean, like, if you stop those hitters, you're fine.
Yeah.
What stops hitting is great pitching, and I think the Tigers are putting in their best studs for the Texas series.
Not Pfister.
Right.
Except Pfister.
I did hear good news about Doug Pfister.
Oh, would you like to report that?
Yes, I did. Doug Pfister is throwing off a mound.
Good. Very good news. All right, so Drew Smiley going Sunday against the Rangers. Do you see him getting lit up? What do you see from that?
He'll get lit up.
Yeah, is this? I mean, he had 2 good starts, 2 quality starts. Is this the one, his 3rd start?
This is the one he gets lit up,
so?
because Texas' hitting is really good. They're going to hit anywhere.
I think he might do well on Sunday.
Let's hope. He's got good stuff. You know
I'm
what I mean?
optimistic. Always, we got to be optimistic. You got to be positive.
It's a good point. It's a good point for life and for the season.
Optimistic. Just stay positive.
Good. Anything else you want to add about the Tigers? Maybe anything about their lineup at all?
Cabrera had a bad series against Chicago. I mean, like, you look at it with, Chicago. I don't know what Chicago did with Cabrera, to be honest with you, except hearing Hawk Harrison hear the words, "he gone," a lot. I did not like that at all, but, or you can hear, like, the stretch. But Chicago's got one guy that can really kill you, and that is that left fielder. Oh, my God. He is a nightmare to watch.
Diaza,
yeah.
Big series. That's why they pay. That's why they pay the money.
Pay the big bucks. Looking forward to some big crowds this weekend down at Comerica.
Yep.
All right. When we come back, we're going to discuss the NFL regular season schedule has been released, and we have our weekly call-outs here on Between the Taorminas.
On ONTV.
Did you know that you can watch ONTV on the web? How cool is that? Just surf on over to www.orionontv.org to watch your favorite on-TV show. A service of Orion Neighborhood Television.
Has been your community connection for the last 20 years. From local concerts and sports to resident-made original programming, we are the voice of Lake Orion. Featuring a large professional studio, ONTV can provide you with the tools you need to make a quality program. Our staff is knowledgeable, friendly, and eager to help with your program success. Your voice, your community, on TV.
Can ONTV really be a part of Orion's history? Can a 100-year-old school be moved and preserved?
ONTV, a part of Orion's history since 1986.
All right, welcome back to Between Taorminas, and right now we're going to discuss the NFL schedule. Lions are looking pretty good. I mean, they have kind of, it's a good division, but I don't want to say they have a weak schedule, but they have a pretty favorable one. Guys, they got matchups with Seattle, Jacksonville, Tennessee, teams like that. But one matchup I think everyone's looking forward to, San Fran, Detroit, week 2 at Candlestick.
This is going to be fun. I mean, like, Jim Harbaugh, my man, against Jim Shorts, my other man. I feel like that this is going to be a smash-mouth, nasty football game. I think the Lions will win that game. I can see the Lions. I can see the Lions this year finishing 13-4. Actually, I can see them finishing
3.
Yeah, 13-3 this year. I can see it happening.
Don't guarantee it, please.
I think one thing I'm noticing too, I look at the schedule, the Lions play the Eagles this year, don't they?
The Eagles, yeah, that's going to be a...
That'll be an interesting game.
We'll see if they're going to be the Eagles of last year, who they are.
But I do think it is a very favorable schedule for the Lions. I think 4 primetime games is extremely good for the Lions. They don't see the Saints, which is good for you.
Well, maybe in the playoffs.
Maybe in the playoffs, yeah. Then they'll play. If you look at, they'll probably play. They play the Niners. They play the Falcons at home. That's going to be a good game.
Night. I mean,
a lot of people are saying that they're going to finish 10-6.
10-6.
I don't think they're going to finish 10-6.
What do you got?
I'm going to say
early season predictions.
I'm going to say 12 and 5.
12-4.
Yeah, aren't they going 17 games?
16.
Still 16.
17 weeks.
12-4.
Okay, 12
games.
4. Yeah.
I had 13-3.
Okay, so I'll say 12-4.
All right, I want to talk a little more about the Monday night game at Soldier Field. Chicago they were a pretty decent team last year until Cutler went down. You know what I mean? Because Cutler was kind of having his best season.
If Cutler goes down, Chicago loses.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. So that matchup is...
It's interesting because the Lions typically have done not the greatest in Chicago.
At Soldier Field, right.
Not the greatest, and I think that if they'll have to overcome those demons if they want to beat the Bears. It's just like the Packers at Lambeau.
At Lambeau, right. Now, I want to talk real quickly about the division. Can we say best division in the NFL?
Yes.
I think so.
Arguably, yes.
I would arguably say yes because
could potentially have 3 playoff teams.
Right.
Yes,
If you look at the Lions, the Packers, maybe the Bears, Vikings. I don't know.
I honestly, now don't kill me here, but I think it could be Packers, Bears, maybe the Lions. You see the Lions as a better team.
Lions better than Chicago.
I think Lions are better than Chicago.
Didn't they get Brandon Marshall?
Yeah.
But still, I think the Lions are still better.
Okay, what about Chicago's defense?
Lions, I think, have a better defense.
Chicago really hasn't improved defensively.
Besides her lack of their aging, too.
Okay. All right. Well, I like your confidence. Yeah. So
compared to the Wings, you do.
Well, that's all right. I think it's time for the Wings to rebuild anyways.
The Wings need to just
fully
blow that
admit
team up.
and just, you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Wings need
I
to
think
blow
they can
the team
still
up.
be successful, but
The Lions have got a complete team.
get
I
out of
like
here.
the Lions have got a complete team.
A complete team?
I will argue and say that they've got a pretty good chance.
Corner help!
We'll talk
They got a chance.
quarter help.
Corner!
Oh, yeah. All right, so we got the call-outs, everyone's favorite segment. You know what? I think I'm going to lead the charge. Is that all right?
Yeah.
If I go first?
Go ahead.
Let the big bopper go last? All right. This week, I'd like to call out a former Red Wing, a former fan favorite, a player I loved, number 14, Brendan Shanahan. Now he's head of whatever he's head of in the NHL.
Head of discipline.
Head of discipline, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Brendan Shanahan. He wasn't a dirty player or anything. I don't want to say dirty, but he was a roughneck. You know, he liked to get into it, which is fine. It's hockey. Love it. What I don't love is one of my star players' heads being smashed on the boards where their helmet breaks, and there's a $2,500 fine. I could almost pay that fine. Not quite, but to Shea Weber, that's nothing. Then you look at an elbow to Daniel Alfredson, a 3-game suspension. I don't know about that. So apparently the thing is, what Brendan Shanahan is promoting is flopping. He's promoting flopping like soccer players do. You pretend you're hurt, you pretend there's an issue, and the player will be suspended. It was the end of the game. Zetterberg, you know, they lost, and he had to go there, helmet cracked and all. See you later, Shea Weber, no problem. I don't like it. I think he should have served a 1-game suspension, and I think Brendan Shanahan needs to find consistency. Anthony, take it away, buddy.
I had to make a very, very tough decision this week. And one guy I would love to see come on our show is Lake Orion football coach Chris Bell. I know, the face says it all. But I think that Coach Bell would, if the offer's there, come on the show. I'd like to talk Lake Orion football.
Bring Jennings and Tooley, too, on there.
Sammy said bring Jennings and Tooley on there. I'd love to have a good conversation about Lake Orion football. I think that the fans, I think it'd be good to promote Lake Orion football, and it'd be really good to encourage fans who are not fans or who don't know about Lake Orion football to know about Lake Orion football. Lake Orion's got a chance to be a very special team this year. Let's talk about it.
It reminds me of the tip of my tongue, you know what I mean? She's going to be like this in 20 years. Oh, wait, now I know who it is. Michelle Griswold, better known as Granny Grizz. You know, I mean, like...
Keep it together.
You say that you say you're a fashion girl, you're a fashion woman, you idolize fashion, you're a big Red Wings fan, you know, but where's your Red Wing loyalty? You're going to be out of the playoffs you're going to be out of the playoffs real soon, and you're probably going to be idolizing Tim McGraw. If you look at it with this perspective here, I mean, to what I heard from students, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness gracious, you know? But then again, courtesy of me, come on the show. I mean, come on the show. I'm calling you out, you know? I'm calling you out, and you can debate me, and you can yell at me all night long.
Whoa! Whoa! That sounds pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
All right, any final words of wisdom after that? You got anything?
I got a couple things. You know, I love Lake Orion football. You know, Coach Bell, feel free to come on the show. Love to talk to you.
Sam, what do you got, bud?
Well, I like this, wish everyone the best of luck, you know, and of course, you know, make sure I love the Grim Reaper, and
how do you wish people luck if you're wearing something that involves death?
That's going to be the Detroit Red Wings' future. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And, of course, we all
All right. We've had enough.
All right, we've had enough.
Taken enough. You're watching ONTV. Thank you for joining us on Between Taorminas. See you next week, same time, same place. Adios.